What do you get when you have a weak protagonist and the biggest dream in the world? You get Training Arc, the anime. But when done right, you have a popular shonen series that everyone can't get enough of. And if you can't get enough of anime content, leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that notification bell if you want more weeb videos like this one. And now, back to the video. If you're a big shonen fan, then Black Clover is an anime you're definitely familiar with, regardless of whether you've watched the series or just heard it in passing. But if you're in the minority and don't know what we're talking about, we've got you covered. In a world where magic is almost an essential part of life, nearly everyone can use it. I say nearly everyone because our main protagonist, Asta, doesn't seem to have a drop of mana in his body to save his life. The story follows him and his best friend and rival Yuno. Growing up together as orphans, the difference between the two boys starts to show. Asta desperately trains his physical body to hopefully awaken his powers, while Yuno already wields magic and has amazing power and talent for it. The pair learns about the Wizard King, the strongest mage in the world, and decides to do everything they can to compete for the title. The show circles around their lives as they train and fight for the title of Wizard King, all the highs and lows of their adventurous journey. But if you've clicked on this video, chances are you already know about this series and you're looking for something to fill that empty void as you wait for the movie and the next season to come out. Or you're probably even caught up in the manga and you're just looking for some good shonen to pass the time as you wait for the next chapter. So here's our list of anime we recommend to satisfy that shonen fanatic in you. Number 8. Naruto SHIPPUUDEN. Let's all get the obvious ones out of the way, starting with one of the classic shonen series out there, Naruto SHIPPUUDEN. This anime is so much like Black Clover that at one point, people on Reddit were saying they're no different from each other. Just like Asta, the main character in the series is an orphan. Naruto Uzumaki is despised by his village because he has the spirit of the nine-tailed demon fox residing in him. But despite being labeled by his fellow villagers as an outcast, his main goal is to earn their respect and to rise to become Hokage. This 500-episode anime follows Naruto and his journey as he meets incredible allies and fights against ruthless enemies. If you're a big shonen fan, then you've probably watched all 500 episodes of this anime or have already read the manga. But if you haven't picked this series up yet and something's holding you back, this is your chance to get hyped on some ninja action. Number 7. Bleach. Still on the big three, Bleach is surely worth the watch for Black Clover fans. So much so that even the mangaka for Black Clover said that this was one of the inspirations for the series. With the 17th season of the anime already out, it's the perfect time to finally pick this series up or continue to watch where you left off. Ichigo Kurosaki is an ordinary high school student who can see spirits. Suddenly, a hollow, a wicked spirit that hunts down human souls, attacks his family. He then meets Rukia Kuchiki, a soul reaper who gets injured defending Ichigo's family from the attacker. Ichigo agrees to Rukia's offer to take her powers to save his family, and as a result, he turns into a soul reaper himself. Much like Black Clover, Bleach is loved by fans around the world for its comedy and action. So if you're looking to get invested in another awesome shonen series, then Bleach is the way to go. Number 6. Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Don't be fooled by the bright-colored hair and wholesome smiles that seem to fit perfectly in a slice-of-life anime, because this series is beyond just that. With similar themes and settings, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic is sure to get any Black Clover fan hooked. A Magi is a powerful magician that is said to have the ability to shape the entire world. Each Magi selects a deserving candidate to become a king, then helps them in overcoming mysterious labyrinths. Each of these labyrinths is ruled by a great djinn, so whoever can defeat them will inherit their powers. The story follows a young Magi named Aladdin, traveling the world in search of who he really is. Aladdin then meets Alibaba while traveling and leads him to the nearest labyrinth to conquer the djinn in it. They start this adventure across the world while witnessing irregularities along the way. Number 5. Fairy Tail. If the slice of life and fantasy shonen genres had children, then Fairy Tail would be the eldest sibling. So if you enjoyed the magical side of Black Clover, then an anime that plays with a lot of magic might suit your taste. Fairy Tail takes place in the kingdom of Fiori, where wielding magic is as common as having a phone in the real world. It's used in almost everything. Many mages team up to establish guides to take on missions. The Fairy Tail Guild is one of the best and most popular guilds for their mages with awesome magical talents. Young mage Lucy Hartfilia wishes to join the Fairy Tail Guild, but she has a run-in with a con artist who tricks her and ends up becoming the target of a kidnapping attempt. Lucy's travels with Fairy Tail Guild officially begin when Natsu Dragneel saves her and invites her to join them. Number 4. HAIKYUU. We're going to put a curveball in this list because this anime is neither in the fantasy nor action genre. If you want to break from the fantasy world, but you love the character dynamic between Asta and Yuno, or you're inspired by Asta's intense desire of becoming the best, then HAIKYUU could be a great addition to your watch list. HAIKYUU is a volleyball anime that follows Hinata Shoyo's journey to becoming one of the best players in the world. But much like Asta in a world full of mages, Hinata isn't cut to become the best in the sport because he's a short king who lacks experience. Being looked down on because of his height, he struggles to find his way into the world of competitive volleyball. But again, just like Asta, his weakness becomes his greatest strength. His motivation is unmatched, his passion for the game burns hotter than anyone else's, and he's doing everything he can to become the best that he can be. He then meets Kageyama Tobio, a talented genius in the game with the same burning passion for volleyball as him. Just like Yuno and Asta, they become rivals as Hinata desperately tries to catch up to him, while also trusting him as his teammate. The story tells us what it's like to be the anomaly in the journey you want to embark on, but powering through it, believing that hard work can win against talent. Number 3. Hunter x Hunter. Going back to the fantasy action, Hunter x Hunter is one of the best in the genre. With a solid fan base backing it every chance they have, this adventure anime can surely get any shonen fan hype. In this series, a hunter ranks as one of the most prestigious and well-paid occupations across the globe. The main character's father left his kid to follow his dreams as a hunter. Gon chooses to follow in his father's footsteps and become a hunter to find him. But becoming a professional hunter is not an easy task, as one must pass a challenging exam. He meets a bunch of people who become his allies along his adventures, including a boy named Killua who comes from a family of assassins. He has amazing skills and has a personality that's completely opposite to Gon. If you enjoy adventures and insane magical powers, while still holding on to that Yuno and Asta dynamic, then Hunter x Hunter is a must-watch. Number 2. Soul Eater. If it's the supernatural that you love in Black Clover, then Soul Eater is a treat for you. You'll appreciate this series even more if you like the Tim Burton-esque art style and the cool character design. Taking place in Death City, Death Weapon Meister School, a technical school run by the Shinigami, Lord Death himself, has the goal of creating Death Sizz that the Shinigami could use to battle the countless horrors that existed in the fantasy world. Yet, these Death Sizz are not created from actual weapons. Rather, they are created by human hybrid beings who have the power to transform their bodies into demon weapons, but only after devouring the souls of 99 evil creatures and one witch. The series centers on the lives of a group of students enrolled in the academy, especially the Son of Death himself. Before moving on to the last series on the list, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have other recommendations similar to Black Clover, leave them in the comments down below. Number 1. My Hero Academia. For a shonen series, the premise surrounding Black Clover isn't that special. Having the protagonist as an oddity, then having him work for even a slither of hope is pretty common. But when it's done so well, with a few new gimmicks, it becomes one of the most popular in the genre. If that's what you're missing after finishing Black Clover, then look no further than My Hero Academia. With both being a shonen jump series, you can be sure to find some similarities. Through thousands of years of evolution, humans have developed super abilities called quirks. These days, it's rare to meet someone who doesn't have one. Midoriya Izuku, however, is an unlucky kid who was born quirkless, which stops him from becoming a superhero. Nevertheless, it looks like his persistence paid off. Izuku runs into All Might, the world's greatest hero and his personal idol. All Might's quirk is a special ability that can be passed down, and he has chosen Izuku to be his successor. Izuku enrolls in UA High after enduring several months of severe training. Izuku will soon discover what it truly means to be a hero from his strange but gifted classmates and the rising threat of an evil organization. And that's it for today's video. If you want more recommendations on what to read or watch, visit our channel and check out our other videos. We publish new videos every week, so if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. If you have any requests, leave them in the comments down below. We would love to know your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.